What's happening, Wisdom Warriors? Back at it for another video. How's everybody doing, man? I wanted to speak about a few things today. Interestingly enough, I just got done recording another episode for spiritualbootcamp.net, another website for for the podcast, and I mentioned to you guys before about it, which we have the YouTube channel, which is Spiritual Bootcamp Just Breathe, and then we have the website spiritualbootcamp.net. I just got done recording a new episode surrounding the heart, and I kind of wanted to talk a little bit on here about this because this topic has been kind of essentially been, in the forefront for me for a little while now. And I just want to go into a little bit of detail on just what I've been experiencing. And I know I mentioned some of the stuff on the podcast episode, but I'm going to just talk a little bit about it on here in case you don't go to that. But I did a little bit of an episode on the heart and the heart chakra. I think yesterday, connecting to the heart I did. But I want to do a bit of a different take on this. And kind of like how you can tell when your heart's open and when it's closed. And I'm starting to be in tune and in touch with it much more than I have been in the past. And how when I'm showing up with a heart open and when I'm showing up closed. And I'm going to give you a couple examples, which I talked about on the podcast, about me at a park that I was at yesterday, and how I was walking past different people. Some were men, some were women. I noticed myself in certain situations where I was barely lifting my hand up and waving, and then other ones I looked at them like the girl, but for some reason my heart was partially closed, and it was coming from like a trauma or insecurity place. And if your heart's fully open, you're not going to notice that. You're just going to you're going to want to go up to them and hug them. You'll even kiss them on the cheek or tell them you love them with a fully open heart. When you have it closed off, your insecurities come out, your trauma, your pain, what you went through. But when you show up with that heart fully opened, you show up differently. You show up differently. And I know for a fact I'm here now, incarnating on this earth to activate humanity's hearts, to open their hearts. That is why I came here. Just like Jesus. Just like Jesus came here to open humanity's heart. Just like he said that he was able to look at people from the pain they were going through, not the act they committed. And that is so deep and profound. And I got chills just now saying that. And it brought tears to my eyes. And I felt it in my heart when I was watching the documentary with Lori Ladd. And I felt it to my core. I'm feeling chills as I'm talking to you about it because it resonates so deeply with me. And I know that's why I'm here. To open humanity's heart. Going through all the things I went through with a closed heart most of my life, where I was acting from darkness, from my own pain, from my own trauma, I now realize that from all the things that I experienced and all the things that I went through, they have opened my heart more and more and more. And these situations that I find myself in, where I'm viewing other people acting from pain, and that there was a reason for me to see that. There was a reason that it crossed my 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 vision. It crossed my vision for a reason. For me to see that and then view that act from them in pain versus the act itself that they're committing or doing. And that's what he was able to do. He was able to walk around and view these horrific crimes and horrific acts from an act of pain that the person was in versus the act that they were committing. And I'm realizing more and more as I move through life that that's part of my path, part of my journey, is to awaken humanity's hearts, to open their hearts. Because so many people are suffering, man. So many people are suffering, they don't even realize it. And then they rage, and then they have so much anger, and they go out and they get triggered by somebody cutting them off, or somebody skipping them in line, or they get so triggered by these different things that were created, like red and blue, or flat or earth, or spheres. And they get so angry at the fact that this individual doesn't agree with what they agree with. And you see that animosity within them coming out. And it's just like, it's time we change, man. It's time we realize that we're creating these karmic things that are going to happen to us, that they're going to boomerang back at us. Not either in this life or another life. Or there's going to be so much guilt when we transition into the spiritual realm, because of the fact that how we acted or reacted in this life or in other lives. So I urge you to pay attention to when your heart is open or when it's closed. And the way you can tell is how you feel when you respond. Like if you are walking in public and you pass somebody and you wave to them and say, "Hey, how you doing?" Or if you walk and you turn away, or you look down, or you can't even get yourself to even wave and say hello. If you can't do that, like I find myself walking on a main street outside of my neighborhood and cars pass by and I just wave to them and they wave back. Some don't even wave at all. But you know what? 10 years ago, I wouldn't have even done that. 10 years ago, I wouldn't be just waving some random person on the main road. I wouldn't have done that. And now I find myself doing that. And I find myself doing that it's from an open heart. It's from a healed heart. And these are ways you can judge if you are coming from an open heart or a closed heart. How do you show up in a way that from the other gender? Are you able to just randomly walk past a man that is attractive to you, or a woman that is attracted to you? Or do you look down or look away? Because remember, that's from your insecurity if you're looking away and can't even look at them. That's not them, that's you. But if you had a fully open heart, you could wave or look at them with no problem, because the heart bypasses those traumas and those pain, that pain that you have and that suffering. And it bypasses it. And it just is love, like we all are. And that's what we all are, and that's what Jesus did. And can you do that, is the question. Can you wake up every day from an open heart? Can you wake up every day from a heart fully open? I hope this video resonated with somebody. I hope that you can wake up every day with an open heart, fully open, and show up in this world with an open heart. Take care of yourselves and each other. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I love you all so much. From my heart to yours, take care of yourselves and each other. Let's go, Wisdom Warriors. We got this.